Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, let's talk about mv command, which stands for move. So we use this command to move folders and files from one location to another location in Linux. We also use this command to rename a file or directory. Let's see how do we do this. But before getting into the video, you have to know that how does this actually work? you know so there's also one more command in Linux, which is cp, which stands for copy. It also copies the file from one location and puts it in another location. But what is the main difference between cp and mv command? So when you copy and paste through cp command, the original file will not get affected, or will not get deleted. But when you move a file from one location to another location using mv command, the original file will get deleted and the file will move to the new destination. So this is the primary difference between cp and mv command. So if you don't know cp command and if you don't know how to use the cp command, I've already made a video about this. I'll leave a link somewhere here on the top. You can go ahead and watch that video. If you don't know how to use cp command, it's super simple video and you learn a lot. Now let's go and do some stuff with this mv command. First, we have to talk about the syntax of mv command. So the syntax of mv command is you write mv and you have some options here, and you can change the behavior of this mv command using these options. Then you have to specify the source that you want to move. Then you also specify the destination to which you want to move the source file to, or source directory to. So this is the syntax of mv command. Let's try to do some practical things with this command now that you know the syntax. So I'll clear this up. So right now I'm in the folder cybersecurity, and if I hit ls, which stands for list, you can see that I have some directories and files inside this cybersecurity folder. So let's use the mv command first to rename a file. As I said, you can also use the mv command to rename, and you can also use it to move. So let's say that I want to rename the file hacking.md to hackers.md, and if I hit enter and hit ls again, you can see that hacking.md has been renamed to hackers.md. You have to understand what is happening behind the scenes. So what is the mv command doing? So the md command is first taking the contents from hacking.md file and putting it into a new file called hackers.md, and then deleting this file. So in another way, it looks like we're just renaming the file, but what's actually happening behind the scenes is this. So it takes the contents and puts it in a new file, then deletes this file, and if you hit ls, you can see the new file with the contents same as hacking.md. Let's use the mv command now to move a file into a specific directory. All right, so I'll clear the terminal up, and if I hit ls, I have two directories here and some files here. Let's try to move hackers.md into red team directory. All right, you can also use mv command to move things, as I said. So you write mv and you specify the file hackers.md and move. You have to specify the destination. You can give it the complete path, or you can just give the directory name, because you're already inside cybersecurity folder. So I'll write a complete path because some of you may be beginners, so you might not know how to navigate to a specific folder. So I'll write the complete path. Right now I'm in opt, which is under root. This is the root, and inside opt I have a directory called cybersecurity. I am right now in this directory. So I can write this, then I have to write red team, which is inside cybersecurity. And if I hit enter and hit ls, you can see that the hackers.md file is missing. That means it got deleted. And where did it move? If we navigate into red team folder and hit ls, you can see that there's a hackers.md file here. We moved it from cybersecurity folder to red team folder using the mv command. I'll clear the terminal up again so that we can get to know more about the mv command. Now let's go back into the cybersecurity folder. I want to demonstrate something new. So what we have done is we have moved a file to a specific directory. So what if I want to move multiple files? So if I hit ls, I also have some more files here. Let's try to move ethicalhacking.md and pentesting.txt, both files, into a specific directory. Let's see if we can do that. So I'll write mv, then I'll specify the first file that I want to move, which is ethicalhacking.md, and I'll also specify the second file that I want to move, which is pentesting.txt. Then I'll specify the destination path, which is opt and again cybersecurity and the directory red team. If I hit enter and hit ls again in the cybersecurity directory, I can see that the files that I mentioned are missing. That means they got moved into the red team folder. Let's navigate into the red team folder and try to hit ls, and you can see that pentesting.txt and ethicalhacking.md are now under the red team directory. All right, now that this is clear, let's again try to clear the terminal using the clear command and go back to cybersecurity folder and try to learn something new again. I'll write ls again, and to see the contents that I have or the files and directories that I have in my cybersecurity folder. So I have a couple of directories and 3 files. Let's say I want to move this entire red team folder into blue team folder, because as you know, we already have some files and folders inside red team. So I want to move all of those files and directories which are inside red team and the whole red team directory itself to blue team. So can we do that? Can we do that using the mv command? Yes, you can also move an entire directory into another place using the mv command. So if I write mv and if I specify the directory name red team, and if I specify the path, so okay, I'll write this time, I'll just write the destination directory, which is blue team, because I'm already inside cybersecurity. So I'll just write blue team and hit enter. Okay, so it seems like I already have a folder called red team inside blue team. So what can we do is that let's reverse this. So let's reverse this and move blue team into red team. All right, so I can write mv, then I'll write blue team folder. Now I want to move the blue team folder into red team. Then I'll write red team and hit enter. Oh, it seems like I already have another folder called blue team inside red team. So it's time to delete some stuff. Let's navigate to red team, hit enter and hit ls. Oh, I already have a blue team folder here. So let's try to delete it using mkdir command. Sorry, I messed up. It's rm rf and blue team. All right, so let's hit ls again. Now that there is no blue team inside red team directory, let's clear the terminal up. Let's go back and write the command again. So let's write blue team. I want to move the directory blue team into the directory red team and hit enter. Yes, now it worked. Let's hit ls. Now you can see that I don't have a blue team here. So let's go into the red team directory and hit ls. Now you can see that there is a folder called blue team, which we moved this folder from cybersecurity folder. All right, now that this is clear, let's move back and clear the terminal. Now it's time to learn about some options. So as I said, you can use options to modify the behavior of the mv command. Let's first talk about an option called I, which stands for interactive. So what does it do? So if you write, let's first see what files and directories do we have here. Let's hit ls and see what do we have here. So we have a folder called red team and we have some other files. So for this demonstration, I'm going to create a new folder called blue team. You already know that there's already another folder called blue team inside the folder red team, but I'm still creating a new folder here called blue team to demonstrate this. So let me clear the command terminal. Now let's say I want to move the folder blue team into red team, but we already have a folder called blue team inside red team. So it will overwrite that folder which is in red team. Sorry, this blue team folder which has nothing in it, it's fresh, it's new. This folder will overwrite the folder which is already inside red team. But before doing that, I want the terminal to prompt me if I want to do it. So it should ask me a confirmation if I want to overwrite that specific folder with this empty folder. So to do that, you can write mv, insert an option I, which stands for interactive, then specify the source or the directory that you want to move and specify the destination, which is red team, and I'll hit enter. Because there is another blue team folder inside red team, I'm still trying to move a folder called blue team into red team. So it is asking me, do you really want to overwrite the existing blue team with this new blue team directory? Even though I hit yes, it will still not work because this directory blue team is not empty. It already has some files and directories inside it. So you can only overwrite a directory if it's empty. Because this is not empty, this will still not work. Let's hit yes. It says that cannot overwrite this specific folder because this is not empty. Alright, now this is clear. One more option which starts with V and stands for verbose. So it tells you what's happening behind the scenes if you use this mv command. So let's clear the terminal up and let's hit ls. Let's say that let's move the red team folder into this folder called blue team. But let's also include an option called V. Now let's see what happens. I'm trying to move the folder red team into the folder blue team and hit enter. So it shows you what is happening behind the scenes. It is telling you that renamed the red team folder and moved it into blue team folder and created a new directory and renamed it to red team again. So it's basically moving this folder from here inside the blue team folder. So if you hit ls, you can see that you no more have red team folder, but if you navigate to blue team and hit ls, you can see that there's this folder which we tried to move from cybersecurity folder is here. Let's again clear the terminal up. Let's move back into the cybersecurity folder and let's create a new folder called red team because we just moved it into blue team and hit ls. If you see, I again have a folder called red team. Now let's talk about one more command which starts with n. If you include this command, it basically skips this moving process if there's an existing file with the same name. So let's again move the red team into blue team. We already know that blue team already has a directory called red team. So if I hit enter, so it just says that I'm not replacing this folder with this folder because it already exists in the blue team folder. So it's just a simple command. It's not too complicated. people don't use it, but it still exists. So this is what I wanted to talk about, this mv command. This is one of the most used command in Linux, and believe me, if you master this command, you're already going ahead towards your Linux certification or in your Linux journey. So if you want more videos like this from me, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, and I'll drop more interesting videos on Linux, cybersecurity, and AI. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.